The Everest Three Passes Trek. Just the name sends a shiver down your spine. It's a true test of grit and determination. This isn't a simple walk in the park. It's a high-altitude odyssey that pushes you to your limits. You'll cross Kongma, Chola, and Renjo, three colossal mountain passes, each a summit in its own right. You'll stand in the shadow of Everest, Lhotse, and Dablam. It's an adventure that sears itself into your soul. But before you can answer that primal call of the wild, you need to face a different kind of beast: the budget. Many adventurers get bogged down by the numbers, unsure of what this epic journey truly costs. They hear whispers of hidden fees and unexpected expenses, which can be more daunting than the terrain itself. Let's cut through the noise. Planning a trek like this is a survival skill in itself. It's about being prepared for every eventuality, and that starts with your wallet. Understanding the real cost isn't about being cheap, it's about being smart. It's about ensuring you have the resources to complete the mission safely and successfully. The truth is, the cost can vary wildly depending on how you tackle the trail. Are you a lone wolf, a duo, or part of a larger team? Each approach has its own financial footprint. My goal here is to give you the intelligence you need to plan your expedition with confidence, so you can focus on the challenge ahead, not on your bank account. This trek is a raw, unfiltered experience of the Himalayas. You'll be sleeping in remote tea houses, eating local food, and relying on your own strength and the wisdom of the people who call these mountains home. It's an investment not just in a holiday, but in yourself. You're investing in an experience that will forge resilience and give you a perspective few people ever get to see. So let's get down to the brass tacks. We're going to dissect every single cost, from the moment you leave Kathmandu to the moment you return victorious. We'll arm you with the knowledge to make smart decisions and avoid the common pitfalls that can drain your funds and your morale. Forget the vague estimates and confusing package deals for a moment. This is your mission briefing for a successful financial plan. We'll lay it all out, clear and simple. We will look at permits, guides, porters, food, shelter, and getting to the start line. This isn't just about surviving the trek, it's about thriving. It's about being prepared, being resourceful, and making sure you have what it takes to face the mountain head-on. By the end of this, you'll have a clear battle plan for your budget, ready to conquer one of the greatest treks on Earth. Let's get to it. First things first, you need official permission to enter this wilderness. The mountains have rules. You'll need two key permits. The Khumbu Pasang Lamu Rural Municipality permit costs around $20 per person. You get this in Lukla or Monjo. Then there's the Sagarmatha National Park permit, which is about $30 per person, available in Kathmandu or Monjo. These aren't optional, they are your legal entry tickets. This money goes back into conserving this incredible environment and supporting the local communities. Think of it as your contribution to protecting this wild frontier for future generations of adventurers. It's a small price to pay for access to paradise. Next up is your support team, your guide and porter. For a solo trekker, hiring a professional guide can cost between $25 and $35 per day. A porter, who will carry the bulk of your gear, will run you about $20 to $25 per day. This is a game changer. It frees you up to focus on the climb and the stunning views. For a couple, the cost is more efficient. You can share one guide and one porter, effectively splitting the daily expense. If you're trekking in a group, the cost per person for a guide becomes even lower, as one guide can often lead a small team of 4 to 5 people, making it a very economical choice. Now let's talk about sustenance and shelter. Out on the trail, your primary expenses will be food and accommodation. Tea houses offer basic lodging for about $5 to $10 per night. However, they expect you to eat your meals there. A typical meal, like Dablam, that's a lentil soup with rice, can cost between $5 and $12, with prices increasing as you gain altitude. So you should budget around $30 to $50 per day for all your food and lodging. This is your fuel. You'll be burning thousands of calories, so don't skimp on it. Proper nutrition is a critical part of your survival strategy in the high mountains. Finally, you have to get to the trailhead. The gateway to the Khumbu region is the Tenzing Hillary Airport in Lukla, one of the most extreme airports in the world. The flight from Kathmandu to Lukla is a thrilling adventure in itself. A one-way ticket for this flight typically costs between $180 and $200 per person for foreigners. This is often one of the single biggest expenses of the trek, but it's essential. It saves you a week of grueling walking just to get to the starting line. Make sure you book this well in advance, especially during peak trekking seasons, as flights can fill up quickly and are often delayed by weather. High altitude is the invisible threat on the Three Passes Trek. It doesn't care how fit you are or how tough you think you are. Acute mountain sickness, or AMS, can strike anyone who ascends too quickly. The air gets thinner and your body gets less oxygen. Symptoms start with a headache, nausea, and dizziness. If you ignore them, they can escalate into life-threatening conditions like high-altitude cerebral edema or high-altitude pulmonary edema. Your best defense is knowledge and respect for the mountain. Never ever underestimate the power of altitude. Your survival depends on listening to your body and taking it seriously. The most crucial strategy for preventing AMS is acclimatization. This means you need to ascend slowly to allow your body time to adapt to the lower oxygen levels. The golden rule is climb high, sleep low. Your itinerary must include acclimatization days. For the Three Passes Trek, you absolutely need at least 2 or 3 designated rest days, typically in places like Namche Bazaar and Ding Bosch. These aren't days for sitting around. You'll do shorter hikes to higher altitudes and then return to a lower elevation to sleep. This process stimulates your body to produce more red blood cells, which helps you carry oxygen more efficiently. Rushing the itinerary is a recipe for disaster. When it comes to the cost of prevention, your main investment is time. Building those extra acclimatization days into your schedule is non-negotiable. Some trekkers also consider medication like acetazolamide, also known as Diamox. A course of Diamox can cost around $10 to $30, and it can help speed up the acclimatization process. However, it's not a magic pill and can have side effects. You must consult your doctor before the trip to see if it's right for you. The most important thing is to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water, avoid alcohol, and maintain a good diet. These simple measures are your frontline defense against AMS. Ultimately, safety must be your top priority. The cost of ignoring AMS is far greater than any monetary expense. A severe case of AMS might require an emergency helicopter evacuation, which can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 or more. This is why comprehensive travel insurance that specifically covers high-altitude trekking and emergency evacuation is absolutely mandatory. Don't even think about stepping onto that trail without it. Proper acclimatization, listening to your guide, and being insured are the pillars of a safe and successful expedition. Your life is worth more than saving a few days or a few dollars. One of the biggest myths floating around is that you need to book an expensive, all-inclusive package tour from an international agency to trek in Nepal. This is simply not true. While these packages offer convenience, they often come with a hefty price tag, sometimes double or triple what it would cost to arrange things yourself locally. The belief is that it's safer or more reliable, but you can get incredible world-class service by hiring your guide and porter directly in Kathmandu or even Lukla. These local operators are the true experts. They know the terrain like the back of their hand because it is their home. Another common fallacy is the idea of hidden costs lurking around every corner, waiting to ambush your budget. The reality is that if you do your homework, there are very few surprises. The main costs are clear permits, your guide or porter, transportation, food, and accommodation. Things like battery charging fees, which are just a few dollars, hot showers for around $5, and Wi-Fi cards are extras, but they are well known and easy to plan for. These aren't hidden traps, they are optional comforts. A prepared trekker knows about these and budgets accordingly. The key is to ask questions and be clear about what is included when you hire your support team. There's also a myth that you can survive on an extremely low budget, something like $15 a day. While it might have been possible decades ago, it's a dangerous and irresponsible approach today. Trying to skimp this much means you're likely cutting corners on nutrition, not paying your guide or porter a fair wage, or skipping essential safety measures. The mountains demand respect, and that includes respecting the local economy and your own well-being. A realistic budget isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of a smart, well-prepared adventurer who understands the realities of the environment they are about to enter. Finally, some trekkers believe they don't need a guide or porter to prove how tough they are. This is a matter of ego, not survival. While it's technically possible to trek solo, a guide is your lifeline. They are your navigator, your cultural interpreter, and your first responder in an emergency. A porter not only saves your back from a crushing load, but also provides vital employment in a region where opportunities are scarce. Hiring local support isn't just about making your trek easier. It's about making it safer, more enriching, and contributing directly to the community that makes your adventure possible. It's a win-win situation. If you want to make your expedition more affordable without compromising on safety, your best tactic is to hire local. Go directly to a reputable registered trekking agency based in Kathmandu. These local companies offer the same high-quality guides and services as international operators, but without the massive overhead. You'll get a more authentic experience and ensure that more of your money stays within the local economy, supporting families directly. Do your research online, read reviews, and communicate with a few agencies before you arrive. This one move can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars compared to booking from your home country. Another key survival tip is to trek during the shoulder seasons. The peak months of October, November, April, and May are crowded and more expensive. Consider trekking in late September or early December. You'll find the trails are quieter, the tea houses have more availability, and you might even be able to negotiate better prices for accommodation. The weather can be a bit more unpredictable, but the solitude and pristine landscapes are often worth it. Just make sure you have the right gear for colder temperatures. Being flexible with your timing is a powerful tool for managing your budget. Be smart about your daily spending on the trail. Carry a water filter or purification tablets. Buying bottled water all the time is not only expensive, a bottle can cost up to $4 at high altitudes, but also creates a massive plastic waste problem. By purifying your own water from taps or streams, you'll save a significant amount of money and trek more responsibly. Similarly, stick to local food like dal bhat. It's not only the most affordable option on the menu, but also provides unlimited refills, giving you the best caloric bang for your buck. It's the fuel the locals use, and it's exactly what your body needs. In summary, conquering the Everest Three Passes is an achievable dream. The real cost is not a mystery, it's a series of clear, manageable expenses. Your essential budget breakdown includes permits, which are about $50, your flight to Lukla, which is around $360 round trip, a guide and porter, budgeting around $45 to $60 per day, which can be shared, and daily expenses for food and lodging, about $30 to $50. Remember, acclimatization is your key to survival, and local guides are your greatest asset. Plan well, pack smart, and respect the mountains. This isn't just a trek. It's a journey into the heart of the wild and into the core of your own strength. Now get out there and start your adventure.